Today we're diving headfirst into a topic that's been making headlines lately: bird flu. It's a subject that's causing quite a stir, and for good reason. You might be wondering how serious it really is and if we should be worried. Is it just media hype, or is there something more to it? Well, let's break it down together. We'll look at the facts, the figures, and what the experts are saying. First off, the risk level of bird flu has been upgraded to medium plus. This isn't just a random change, it's based on recent data and trends. Why? Because we're seeing consistent infections among dairy workers, who are particularly vulnerable. These workers are in close contact with animals, making them more susceptible. This isn't just a random fluke, it's a trend that's ringing alarm bells among health experts. They are closely monitoring the situation. Now let's talk about the government response, or lack thereof. It's been a mixed bag, to say the least. Experts are calling it lackluster. They believe more could be done to address the issue head-on. They're saying we need a more proactive approach, especially when it comes to testing and communication. Early detection is key to preventing a larger outbreak. Remember when the virus jumped to cows? That was a missed opportunity to contain it early on. It showed us how quickly things can escalate. But hey, before you panic, let's get one thing straight. It's important to stay informed but not to let fear take over. There's no strong evidence yet of sustained human-to-human transmission. That's a relief, right? It means the virus hasn't adapted to spread easily among people. However, every new infection gives the virus a chance to evolve, and that's what we need to keep an eye on. Viruses are unpredictable, and mutations can change the game. It's also worth mentioning that the government's response seems to be influenced by the COVID-19 pandemic. They're cautious about causing unnecessary panic. They're trying to avoid an overreaction and the ensuing panic. It's a delicate balance between being prepared and not causing alarm. But critics argue that this has led to a reactive approach rather than a proactive one. They believe more preemptive measures should be in place. Here's another curveball. RFK Jr. is set to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. His appointment has sparked a lot of debates. His vaccine skepticism and plans to shift focus away from infectious diseases at the NIH have raised some eyebrows. Many are concerned about the implications. What does this mean for future public health policy? Only time will tell. It's a situation that requires close monitoring. So what can we do in the meantime? There are practical steps we can all take to protect ourselves and our communities. The pandemic taught us some valuable lessons about basic hygiene and illness prevention. Simple actions can have a big impact. Simple things like hand washing and staying home when you're sick can make a big difference. It's about being responsible and considerate. Despite the missed opportunities, it's not all doom and gloom. There are still reasons to be hopeful. There's still time to intervene and mitigate the spread of bird flu, but it requires swift and decisive action. But it requires a concerted effort from both the government and the public. We all have a role to play. So, there you have it, folks. The bird flu situation is serious, but it's not hopeless. The bird flu situation is serious, but it's not hopeless. With the right measures, we can manage it effectively. Stay informed, stay safe, and let's hope for a more proactive response moving forward. Thanks for tuning in.